Yeah, you're right. Hit him with the intro again.
Third time is the charm, I guess. All right. Yes, sir. We back again. NoneSpecial. I know you guys missed us, but don't panic. We're back and better. We went a little hiatus for a little while, for 8 months, I think. We're gone, but we're back and we're better. Episode 12. So you guys got some popcorn, chill out, just vibe. Yeah, Kenny, start us off, man.
Topic of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Why does school kill creativity? Or even if it does, you know?
Yeah.
So let's just start off with a question.
Yeah.
Mally,
Yep.
how was school for you?
Let me start from the beginning. I came here when I was 6. I wasn't born here. I'm an immigrant. The first experience in school, so I was grade 1. They slapped me in the ESL class. If you guys know what ESL is, it's basically a class where they try to teach you the basics of English, but I don't know why they didn't think I spoke English. Just because my accent, I guess, they couldn't understand me, so they slapped me in that class. And after like 2 months, they realized that, yo, this guy, you could speak English, bro. And they made a mistake. And they put me in a regular class. But elementary school was okay. I think that was probably that and middle school were probably the best experience for school, and I'm being so honest. Because you just go to school, you see your friends, whatever. I was like, it wasn't boring because like you were looking forward for a recess or like, you know, or whatever you guys were doing. It's like, I guess it was fun, right? And as a kid, you enjoyed it. You have no worries, no responsibilities. We're just chilling. So for me, you know, and even middle school too. Middle school, it was basically the same. We were still kids, you know, but we got a little older. But like we were still doing those things. We were playing manhunt. We were doing crazy things. We were just having fun, and it wasn't that robotic like how it was probably in high school and going on to university. But yeah. Then when you get to high school, that's when it was like, this ain't it, bruh. It's just so, like you go to school, you just wait until the bell rings to go home, or when the period ends. Like it wasn't it. Everything you learned or you thought you learned just went out the door as soon as the bell rang. You didn't retain anything. Everything was just teacher chatting for like 45 minutes. I couldn't remember what I learned. I don't know what a Pythagorean theorem is. Like, why am I learning about a snake? It's a joke, but like, it was nonsense, you know. And then university, my goodness, that was, yo. Oh, shout out to me, bro. I graduated, by the way, guys. Shout out to me, man. But anyways, university, it wasn't it. It was just sitting in a fat hall with like hundreds of kids and one teacher at the front or professor, whatever, talking. And then it's like, this is so des. And then you don't have to go like most of the time. And then with the pandemic too, when you're online, and then I'm just laying down in my bed, going to school, in class, or I'm playing a game and I'm just on mute like for the whole class. And when I ask a question, I pop in and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's just a waste of time for me. Well, personally, I felt it was a waste of time, but yeah, I think that sums it up. What about you, bro?
My school experience?
Yeah.
Let's keep the spotlight on you for a second.
Me? So, what else you guys doing, man?
So basically, right, you said elementary and middle school were fine.
Yeah.
You think that's more because we weren't really focusing on the academics of it?
Yeah, because when you were in those ages, you're not thinking about, yo, I want to learn about multiplication. No, bro, you want to go with your friends. You want to play games. You want to run
Especially
around.
Since, like, it wasn't so serious. You know,
it wasn't
like,
that serious, yeah.
From grade 1 to grade 8, there's no failing. Like, even if you failed that class,
you're still moving on,
you're still
right?
moving on, yeah.
And that could low-key be kind of bad too, but in the same sense,
that's terrible.
You know, yeah,
because you could be failing like
exactly
grade 1 to grade 8, and then you go to grade 9, it's like,
and then you're like,
shit.
what the heck's going on, right?
Yeah.
And that's what happened to most of us when you be like, realistically, because then they hit you with these. I'm like, bro, I remember in grade 9, I think it was math, broski. I was struggling, huh?
EQAO?
No, I passed that. I'm talking about like math, like the class, like grade 9 math. I'm like, yo, I was so flabbergasted, but when you talk about like grade 1 to 8, and like you said, there was no failing. You just moved on, right? And you weren't thinking about grades and all of that and graduating and passing this class and worry about if I'm going to pass this and no one's like staying up late. You know what I'm saying? You just do your 1-2 work, whatever, and then you go play and then you enjoy yourself, right? And it give you times to be creative too, like, you know, even if it wasn't that good, but when you're a kid, you're naturally creative, right? You naturally want to create things and start things and things of that nature. But then when you get older, and then it becomes like your mind becomes flipping warped, and then you turn into a robot because it feels like you're in jail when you're in high school and stuff, and you're just waiting for your sentence to be done, bro.
But why do you think that is, though? Like,
why is it like that?
I know you can remember a time when you were a kid, right? And you remember you asking stupid questions, but at the time you didn't think they were stupid. You just wanted to know the answer, right?
Yeah.
But now thinking back on it, you would second guess yourself if you were to ask something that you thought was stupid, even if it wasn't meant to be.
Yo, because I feel now, like, when you get older, I wouldn't even say it's shame, but like you fear persecution by others. Like, you don't want to make a mistake in front of others because like they'll make fun of you. Like, even going to that, like when you talk about like presentations, like in high school and stuff, bro, mans did not want to do that. Like, it wasn't like we were like scared, but like, well, I wasn't really scared, but I was like, just all these guys are just looking at me and like, no one's even paying attention. Like, realistically, maybe the teacher's looking at you, weird, but what am I doing this for? Like, and then it's like, why are we even like that? We can't even talk to each other, even though we're all in the same class for all these months and all this time, but we're still scared to, like, generally people that be scared to like talk in front of people, like they have anxiety. I'm like, why is
the thing is, like, when you're in school like that, like, obviously we're done now, so we kind of look at it with hindsight. Yeah. But in the moment, that's everything that you know. You know, like all your friends are there, everyone that you want to impress, everyone that you don't care about, it's all in the same school, right? Mm-hmm. So the thing is, like, I was watching this TED Talk as research for this video, and it was this Asian guy, and he was talking about how when he was in high school, he didn't really know it. Like, he was a straight C student, some shit like that. He didn't really know what he wanted to do, but then I don't know if it was his parents or his school, like, he got invited to go to this competition, and it was basically him proposing. It was like Shark Tank, but for kids, like high school kids.
Oh, right? Yeah.
And he was saying how they blew it out of the water. I'm not going to go into his methods, just because that's not really important. But he was saying how, like, he would win these competitions, right? He won the first one, and then he kept going because he liked it. Yeah. But at his school, he would try to recruit students, right, to do the same thing that he's doing, and they would laugh at him. You get what I'm saying? Like, he was trying something new, and they would make fun of him for doing something like that.
Because he stepped out of like the boundary. Yeah. And that's true, you know. Creativity is kind of like looked down upon, especially in the school environment. Like, they want you to, so they have this curriculum or this format, and they want you to follow that to the T, and that's how they grade us. And that doesn't make sense because like we all can't be graded like that. Like, there could be some mans that like you would think that they're dumb because they can't just meet the standards or whatever or pass or whatever, but in reality, those guys are actually the smartest guys. They actually have the ability to talk to people and to communicate and network and do all these things, right? Just because they can't flipping use Pythagorean theorem. Bro, when have I ever used that? Like, bro, like, what am I? Bro, it hurts my feelings, bro.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think that our modern education system, do you think its purpose is to create the best and the brightest, or do you think it's made for something else?
Nah, not at all. I think it's made to conform us into workers, to be honest. It's made to take all of us going through this school system and turn us into workers. Because even look at the format of how school is, right? So you start school 9 o'clock, or whatever time your school starts, right? And look at a regular job, right? It's got y'all crazy. I look at like a regular job. So you clock in a regular job and you come in the morning for school, and then you take your attendance. Boom, okay, that's a slim deal right there. And then there's lunch. Oh, let's go for high school. There's lunch. You have the hour lunch for a break or whatever, and you have an hour lunch for at work for a break or 15 minutes or whatever you got, 50 minutes break or whatever, and then you clock out at the end of the day and then you go home. And it's just repetitive, the same work. You're doing just work. You're not really taking in what you're actually doing. You're just doing the work just to get by, just to please the people around, the supervisors, the bosses, right? You're just doing the bare minimum. You're not even trying to excel in what you're actually doing. And that's what happens basically in a 9 to 5. Like, you're not really taking in, I want to be, no, bro. You're doing what you got to do just to make sure the guy is happy, the boss is happy, and then you go home. And you just can't wait to go home. Like, you just can't wait to get out of school. Like, who wants to be in the classroom?
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying. And
But there are certain classes where that were kind of fun.
Yeah, but that also comes down to the teacher too.
It does. It 100% comes down to the teacher. Like my last year, one of my courses, the teacher literally the first day he told us, it's like, yo, I don't want you guys to be in here like on your laptops on e-class. Like, I want you here with a notebook and a pencil. That's it. And like the example that he used, that he said he wanted to teach his class how motherfuckers would have taught school back in like ancient Greece. You know, just him standing at the front and us in an exchange of ideas. Because like, you can't do that with every class. Obviously, with math and stuff, you need to like learn the formulas and everything. But when it comes to something like this, I think that's the best way to engage students. Really making them feel like their ideas are heard, and like it's not stupid, you know.
But even to math too, right? That could happen to an extent. Like so you have to there's equations, whatever problem solves that you have to solve, right? If you get it wrong, then it's like boom, you got it wrong, and that's it. There's no like, oh, let me show you that, boom, like there's no exchange of ideas. There's no exchange of like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you got it wrong, boom, do it again.
Yeah, that depends on the teacher. Some teachers would come and help you, and others would just kind of sit there.
But like even the help, sometimes it wouldn't be like proper help. It'd just be like, they're not even trying to like get out your level. You get what I'm saying? Or like try to like
that's the thing about school, is that there's no wiggle room for people who fall outside of that average.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like the teacher is capable of helping certain people if they meet these standards, right?
Yeah.
But say you don't meet those standards.
And then it's like, what's the point of even being here? Like, I'm not getting no help. I'm not getting this, bro. Just forget this. That's what a lot of people be dropping out. A lot of people just be skipping class in general. Like, you know, people used to skip class. I was one of them, so I was in class still. I ain't gonna lie.
I was not in class.
I was in class still, but I wasn't learning anything. Like, you can't even ask me. Like, I don't know.
That's why I wasn't in class.
Yeah.
On some real shit.
The only reason, like, only reason I really like enjoy coming to school is because of basketball, bro. Like, that's it. Like, you come in the morning, you have practice, boom. Then lunchtime, you have like, runs or whatever, and then after school, you have practice again. If that wasn't there, you're right. My days were so long. It was like, oh my days, what am I doing here? And then you have your friends and all of that. That's cool, but like, then when you're just in class, if you don't have a friend in the class, oh my days, you're cooked. That becomes the worst class ever. When you have nobody like that you talk to or whatever, you chill with, that class becomes cooked. But yeah, man.
It's the thing about school, bro. It's like we hinder creativity. It's like society can't progress without innovation, right? But if you're not teaching people, like the majority of people, how to innovate or be creative, then they were just gonna all be the same.
Exactly.
And it's basically like AI.
Tell you robots, bro. They're basically shaping us into robots, so we can fulfill the worker place. Just get our spot in line to become the next worker. They don't want us to create things and come up with ideas. And that'll go against them.
You can talk to that about people. You can talk about that with people, and they might look at you like you're crazy.
Exactly.
But it's on some that's some real shit. Because if we look at how the modern school system really started, they really did make it to make us into workers.
Yeah. Because
the most popular job at the time was a factory job. And that's what you were like getting ready to do, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But nowadays it's not. It's not even close. You think, like, did I go to 12 years in school to go work at a factory?
No.
My parents wanted me to be a doctor, bro. Look at me.
Sorry, mom and dad. But that's true, man. Like, everything is set up.
I got the craziest example of this. So basically, grade 8 music class, right? I was there at graduation. I'm thinking I'm about to get the award, like the art award or the music award, right? I'm ready to stand up. I'm in my seat. I'm ready to get up. I'm thinking I'm about to hear my name. They did not call my name. You know why?
Why?
I didn't do the worksheets. I was in that class teaching hoodlums how to play the piano. But then, say some next kid got it.
You didn't meet the standards, fam. I know the guy didn't even know to play properly, so.
Shit is crazy, bro.
Everything is just graded by a piece of paper, stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Nothing is hands-on,
I
too.
I could have conformed, right? Done the worksheets, but what's the point of me really doing the worksheets? What I felt what I was doing was a lot more fulfilling.
Yeah, the best way to learn is hands-on. Like, you actually, get what I'm saying? You're able to make mistakes and learn from them, you know? If I'm just writing on a piece of paper and then...
They say teaching someone else is the best way to learn yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, me watching them play, I look at them like, those are mistakes that I make too, and I'm quite experienced in this. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not, like you said, school's not, what's it called, created for expression of individuality, bro.
Very little wiggle room. Like, I can't excel at being myself. You know, a lot of people aren't meant for school. And I feel like if the school system was really meant to have people prosper, then it would account for everyone's individuality, right? Because, like, even look inside your own family.
Yeah.
Me and my bro are completely different. We've basically been together our whole lives.
Yeah.
So imagine a classroom of 30 people. You think everyone's going to be the same?
That's what I'm saying.
None of them are going to learn the same way. None of them have the same interests. None of that. But everyone's supposed to listen to the same lecture and take in the same amount of information.
I think everyone's going to, like, understand that and be able to keep up with that. Not even about being able to keep up with it. Just, like, why would, like, it doesn't pique my interest, bro. Like, why am I learning about this, bro?
That's the thing. If school really wanted to, as I said, if school really wanted to make us prosper, we would make it so that people could be themselves and succeed in that way.
Exactly. Yo, you guys let us know in the comments too what you guys think about this, by the way, when we're talking. But yeah, like, when you think about it too, especially in let's go to like university times, right? And then you're sitting there, you're taking the lecture or whatever for the hour or however long the lecture is, or the seminar, or whatever you got, the class or the tutorial, whatever you gotta do. And you're taking in the information, right? And then you try to memorize it 1-2 times, just to write it down and be able to do a test. And say after that test, ask me if I remember anything what I wrote down, broski. I won't be able to tell you. And it's crazy. And they want us to, and they expect us to, like when they do that, right? And they teach us all in this same way with all these hundreds and thousands of kids in the university, right? They expect us all to pick up from that same curriculum and that same way of learning, even though we all don't learn like that, bro.
I don't really think anyone learns like that.
Realistically, right?
Because when we look at exams, it's like the vast majority of us, like when I had an exam, I'm not spacing my shit out. Like my studying out throughout the whole semester and then doing the exam like that. No, like I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing for 4 months, 4 or 5 months, in the last 1 week.
Bro, the last 2 days, I'm spamming. And I do alright and I pass. And it's like, yo, why am I doing all of this? And then it's like, oh my days. But it's true. Like, they're not setting us up for a thing,
we're so accustomed to doing the bare minimum just to pass, right? That we're really not retaining any information at all.
Mm-hmm. And even the things we like, what's the use of it? You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, common knowledge stuff. Okay, that's cool. Like, learning to add and write. Okay, you know. But then they get into things like, bro, why am I learning this? When am I going to use this?
Well, give me an example.
Like, I'm working. Huh?
Give me an example.
Bro, I said it already, fam. Pythagorean theorem, fam. Tell me what was the last time you used that?
Used that yesterday, yo.
When did you use that?
I was cutting a pie. I just had to.
You cutting a pie? Huh?
Yeah, I had to figure out the sides.
Yeah. Like, bro, like, it's like, why? Like, oh man. Instead of teaching us how to save and how to invest, they will never teach you that. I hope you know that. And actually how to.
That's crazy, right?
Use money and like things that actually matter. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Things like your taxes. I took a whole business class. I thought Mr. Jones was gonna teach me how to do my taxes.
Broski, what do you even learn in that class?
I didn't do nothing in that class. Oh God.
It's just like, bro, like it's set up to make us fail. Like when you really back it, like, bro, come on, man. Creativity is gone because there's no room for creativity. So how are you be able to be creative, bro? There's no room left. Like you said, no wiggle room. It's just a straight line. if you fall out that line, you're failing, and then they kick you out, or you don't pass, you don't make the thing, and then you don't get that piece of paper, a diploma, which is so but that's how it goes, and there's just zero room for creativity, and then you wonder why everyone is like, why the world is so bland and so, you know.
So do you think we're the smartest generation?
The smartest generation. You gotta define smart.
Smart? I would say
smart, like, yeah, how do you define that? Because obviously we were the best with like technology because we were born into it.
Yeah.
So you can't even use that.
Yeah.
So like, what do you mean by smart?
I just mean smart, bro. Like let's take the phones out of it.
Mm.
You know, let's take the MacBooks and the cameras and everything else out
yeah,
of it.
all that
like
digital stuff. Yeah.
Just regular intelligence.
It's like math and stuff.
I wouldn't even say math. And
so
stuff.
what are you talking about? Yeah, you gotta give me an example. It's hard, fam. Like how do you define it?
I'm thinking about how to word this.
Yeah, yeah. It's a hard question. Cause smart could be like, back in the day, smart's being like, oh, I know how to, what's it called, to take care of the farmland or something. That could be something that's smart. Like no one was deeming. You get what I'm saying? Maybe learn how to read and stuff like that was smart back in that day.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, what do you? I don't know. What do you think is smart now? I don't say no get no diploma. That's not smart. Or like, you know, yo, everyone gets diplomas nowadays, bro. You don't have to do anything. But that's a good question. Yo, you guys think about it too. Let me you think we're the smartest? That's a good clip. Let me try to add something else in while you're doing that. We talk to y'all real quick, man. But how y'all been though? Like, it's been 8 months, man. What y'all been up to? A lot of you guys been asking about like, when's the podcast coming back? When's the new episode, man? Yo, you guys need to chill, just relax, man. We're coming soon, man. We're back now, so hope you guys reshare, you guys like, subscribe, post, tell your grandma, your mom, everybody. Don't show my mom
this
though.
Is the question.
But, yeah.
Say the goal of the school system wasn't to make factory workers, right? What do you think society would look like if we actually did focus on creativity and innovation over compliance?
I think society would be like really good, man. Like it'd be like way more advanced than it right now. Not just in terms of technology and stuff, but like just in terms of being better people too. In terms of not being so robotic and so like to ourselves and so like tunnel vision. Like we're able to see and understand and comprehend other people's perspectives, right? So we're able to connect better and share ideas, and it'd be a much better place. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's not gonna be put in a box and just like put into a cubicle and just like do this, and then go home, and then it's just like there's no fellowship, no type of like community feel. Like, you know, like that's how it is right now. It's just like we're just doing our thing and just going by, right? It'll be much better though, I think so. What about you though? What do you think about? What do you think it would be? Society would?
I mean, of course it'd be better. But it's like, this is, if we look at it like generally, obviously we live in the smartest generation, right? We're putting people on Mars real soon. We got fucking supercomputers in our hands. Almost everyone can read and write. You know, that wasn't really the case back then.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's like we can all read and write, but what are we using that skill for? Because back in the day, everyone who could read and write, reading books, they're writing books. When was the last time?
Creating history, fam.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? When was the last time you read a book? Like, really just had, like, I just want to read a book type shit.
Does the Bible count?
Yeah, Bible counts.
Yeah, I read a book. I read the Bible a lot. But that wasn't always the what's it called? The thing, right? Yo, only time, like, back now, let's say back before, right? Only time we read a book is, no, I didn't read it in school either.
I didn't read nothing in school, to be honest with you.
I just made everything up. I just read the first page or whatever, boom, 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 and then, you know, create a little thing and then
just do it.
Fabricate everything. Everything was fine, right? But no, like, I wasn't reading no book. No one was writing, you know what I'm saying? No one was, like, trying to actually put on ideas. It wasn't like that. Like, that wasn't, no, you just, like school wasn't it, bro. You just wanted to do whatever you got to do to pass, just move on, and then that's it. Just get it over with. That was the mindset. It wasn't like, oh, I want to do this and put my ideas out there and see what this guy's ideas are. It's like, no, I want to get by and get out of here. That's what it was.
You think that's a generational thing? They see that that our generation, Gen Z, like we'll go to work, we feel entitled, we don't really like try at anything. We're not really. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not really trying anything. You think that's a problem? You think that's something that we've done to ourselves, or do you think that's a product of what the world has done to us?
It's both, right? Because it's what the world has done to us, right? Society has done to us. We become so pampered and so become like brats.
You think so?
Most of us have. I think so, yeah. Like, we really don't know what hard work is. Like, I'm talking about actual hard work. You know what I'm saying? We attempt to do the bare minimum and expecting the best rewards, the best of the best, right? We think that just by doing it and just making it, that is gonna, we're gonna get tenfold from it. We put in 1% and we expect 100% of the rewards. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't correlate. And then why I say it's our fault too, because yeah, society makes like everyone else like that, but like we don't have to conform to be like that. But we choose to because it's comfortable, right? That's how you feel. Like I don't want to do the extra. I don't want to do all that. Why don't I just do the bare minimum and just get by, right? It's easier, right? You become complacent, and then it's like.
But don't you think it makes a lot more sense when you think about it? Like, the reason I don't want to go to work and try my best is because, like, what's the point of it? Back in the day, used to be someone would work the same job as me and they would be able to afford groceries, home, rent. I can't do any of that with the job I have right now. So what's the point of me breaking my back?
Yeah, bro, it's cooked. The world's cooked now. Like, you can't even. A lot of people live in paycheck to paycheck, and it's like there's no everything just work orientated or just chasing the bag, and there's no time for family and then it just gets to a point where we're just become alcoholics when it comes to workaholics, yeah.
Workaholics.
And then that's all that's on your mind, and you're stressing, and then you're getting older by the second, and your health is decreasing because of food that you're eating, and then it's just like everything just goes down the drain. And then, especially in high school, not high school, what was it? Talking about this might be a little too off topic still. Never mind, forget that.
What were you gonna say? Just say it.
I was talking about like videos I be seeing of people that are actually very entitled, fam. It's actually insane. This might be a hot topic, but especially girls. Like, I'm not saying only girls, but I've been seeing some videos of why do you think that you deserve? Okay, so they have this lifestyle of not being what's the word? Oh my gosh. What's the word? Oh my day. Like a wife that's not modern. What's the word? Oh, traditional wife. They want to have the lifestyle where they have a traditional husband, right? Or a traditional guy that, pays for everything and then, take care of them, protects them, all that, right? But they don't have the lifestyle of a traditional wife. They're out here partying, they're out here doing this, and posting pictures like that, talking to this, and just like, how's that correlate? Why do you put in 0% and expect 100%? And then they complain, oh, blah, 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 because I look like this, and because I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, you're replaceable. Like, let's be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Replaceable is crazy.
It's facts. There's 1,000 of them, but at the same time, there's very, very rare. It's crazy nowadays, fam. It's rare that you'll find an actual, a lady that, or a wife or a woman or a girlfriend or whatever, that was actually down to live that traditional lifestyle. Because they say they want to do it, but in their actions, how they talk, how they speak to others, it's not. You know what I'm saying? How they interact with you, how they interact with their family, it's not. So it's it's rare. You expect, you're entitled, you think that you deserve this, but bro, see, what work are you putting in? I say for guys too.
I have a
not
question.
Girls, but yeah.
And this is a bit more back to topic. So obviously, our parents have certain dreams for us, right?
Yep.
Obviously, with education, getting a stable job, doing what we have to do to financially support ourselves, right? Do you think it'd be better for us to follow our dreams, like how we're doing right now, even if it isn't what we expected it to be?
If you think it would have been better?
Yeah.
Like from the start?
For us.
Or like going on from now?
Going on from now.
Rather than following what our parents want us to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's better for us to follow our dreams and follow what you really want to do.
Let's just not say follow our dreams. I'm just saying operate outside the box.
Oh, deviate from the
deviate from the norm.
Yeah. I think it is better. Because let's say you stayed on track of what your parents want to do, whatever. Let's give the example of a lawyer. Let's give an example of me. They never said they never told me like they wanted me to be a lawyer, but like I wanted to. Well, I thought that I wanted to become a homicide detective, so I went to criminology or whatever, right? So I did that first year or whatever, did it, second year I did it, third year, whatever. And then you got to a point where it's like, do I really want to be doing this? Like, is this what I want to do for my rest of my life? Like, you get what I'm saying? That's when I had this moment when you're in your bed, you know, I know all of them and them know about this. You're in your bed, your head's down, you're like, what am I doing? Like,
why'd you whisper?
Because that's what you did, man. You whisper. You don't be talking out loud, right? But it's like, it hits you and it's like, damn, all these years, like, I don't even want to do this. And it's because the pressure that's been put on onto you from, like, back in the day. Even though when sometimes my parents didn't even, like, say to me, like, oh, I want you to do this, but, like, they give hints, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
of course you're aware of the expectations.
Yeah. And then you feel like, oh, I can't disappoint them. That type of, like, feeling is like, yo, okay, let me just do this just to make them happy. But if you actually go for, like, what you want to do, yeah, people could just be bare backlash. You'll be like, yo, this guy is a bomb. This guy is not serious.
Yeah.
But if you actually just stay...
It's kind of the same as with the whole school thing, you know? You try to be creative and they
demonize you. They see you like, yo, this guy is... What? You're not serious.
Like he's like, you're wilding out type shit.
You're wilding, like, yo, what?
You're just trying what you want to do.
Exactly. You know? Like, if a guy was... Let's say back in the day, if a guy was like, yo, I think I might drop out. I want to do, like, a clothing brand or something. You think this guy is a goof. You'd be like, this guy's not serious. Why? You're in high school, you're doing that. But that's what he wants to do. And then once he gets that success, then everyone's like, oh, yo, this guy, yo, you trying to put me out. Then it's like, bro, you weren't even trying to, like...
It really applies to everything. Not even just with the school thing, but say, like, say you were a rapper, right? And you wanted to transition into, like, R&B or pop. People are going to look at you like you're weird. Like, yo, why are you trying to sing now? Like,
yeah, this guy's a goof guy, bro. Like, you're a singer, what? They look at you crazy. And it's actually in everything. When you really think about it, it's in everything.
But with the whole school thing, of course, it's a lot more dangerous because it's like, of course, not everyone's going to fit into that model. You know what I mean? And, like, the fact that we're not opening I would say opening our minds up or giving people the options to do what they want to do is really leading them towards failure.
Yeah, there's no room for creativity, fam. It's just either you pass or you fail. That's it. There's no, like, okay, maybe you could take this path and there's nothing like that, bro. Nothing. They don't give you options. It's just one option. If you don't...
Like, they make it seem like there's a lot of options. Like, obviously, you can go be a doctor or, like, an engineer or a lawyer. You know, there's probably thousands of courses you can take to do what you want, like, to do what you want to do. But at the end of the day, it's, like, it's so complicated. In most cases, it's always so complicated.
And the time you got to, like, you know how many years you got to be in school just to become a lawyer or, what's it called? What's that one? A doctor or whatever. You know how many... Like, yo, it's actually... And props to people that do it, yeah, because we need lawyers, we need doctors and stuff, but everyone's not built for that, bro. And not everyone wants to do that. Some people really actually love their job, you know what I'm saying? And that's what their passion is.
One of the side effects of this is say we have everyone getting diplomas, right? That's why people aren't getting jobs anymore, because the field is so oversaturated.
So hard.
So, like, you could go to 10 years in school to be a doctor, but now it's like...
Can't even find a job.
The field is so competitive. You're at home doing nothing with a degree on your wall, with a PhD on your wall.
And then those jobs that you thought, like yo, this guy's a goof going into that one. Those are jobs that are there. Yeah. Jobs that are booming right now.
That's an extreme case. Like, obviously, if you had, like, a doctor, you could probably get a job in another country, even if you can't find one here.
Yeah.
But still, it counts for everything. Let's not say a PhD, like you're not a doctor yet, but say you have like a degree in psychology or something like that, right? Imagine how many people have that.
Fam. It's the thousands. Like, you know how much people graduate, bro? It's cooked. Then you got to go here and here. Then that's what most people end up with. The diplomas end up with like 9 to 5 jobs, like regular, you know? Like,
yeah.
And then it's like, oh, you have a diploma in what? How come here? Bro,
one of the other videos I was watching for as my research, they were talking about the amount of people who have went to school like back in the day versus now. I think the stats they were talking about were like the 60s or the 50s.
Yeah.
And at that time, only 9%. This is just Americans had a diploma, right? So you could imagine why school was so like
so pristine,
desirable.
Sought after,
Because no one had degrees. So if you had one, you were like, oh, I'm guaranteed a job.
And plus the money too.
But nowadays, it's like everyone has a degree. Even like you could have the dumbest motherfucker you know. You could be degreed up. You could be smart as hell. Same degree as him, you're gonna be a bum.
Doing the same job, right?
Just by comparison, you know what I mean?
Man, it's tough. And things are not getting easier. Like, I don't think we're bagging. Like, we need to actually wake up stuff. Things are not getting easier. Prices are just going to the roof. The cost of living is becoming insane. And we're all just being conformed to be workers that just make just enough just to pay the 1-2-1-2 thing. But then your life is cooked because you have no time for family, you have no time for friends, you don't have no time for religion and God. It's just become a worker that's just robotic, and then that leads to a world that's just working for the white man, basically, right? Working for the people in power, and then because once everyone, like, if it was to be like everyone that was able to express their individuality, right, and express like how whatever, you know, their creativity, the world would look very different. Like, governments will be very different. The power, what's the word? The power balance, I guess, will be very different too.
Balance of power?
Yeah, the balance of power. What do you think? If we all weren't like just conformed to just to be workers, like everyone was able to share ideas. Like, obviously there's gonna be like people in power and then, you know, classes, right? But like it wouldn't be so like 1% at a time. Then it's like everyone else is just like at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be so far. I guess that's what I'm trying to get with it. What do you think?
Well, I think that's kind of obvious, isn't it? Because if we were to look at, say, the West, right? Capitalism. That's like the main reason why the schools are made like that is because big companies wanted to make as much profits as they could, right? So they make workers. They don't make thinkers. I think one of the guys, I don't know their names. I think it's one of the Rothschilds or some shit like that. Motherfucker said, like, he's one of the guys who funded the school system, or who made it designed it into what it is today.
Yeah.
And he said he doesn't need critical thinkers or something like that. He needs workers.
You know what I mean? Robots, bro. Yeah. That's what AI is about to take your jobs too, man. Good luck.
I have a question.
What's up?
It's our generation again. I'm gonna keep asking shit like this. Have you ever been on TikTok or like Instagram Reels, and you see something motivational, and the message is to be delusional?
To be delusional?
Yeah.
To a certain extent, yeah.
What do you mean to a certain extent? Like, what do you?
Okay, let's get an example of what's the word? Of exercise videos, motivational videos, like David Goggins. Or whatever.
Yeah.
People think that guy's a crackhead. How he acts, bro. Like the normal person would think you're a crackhead. Like, obviously us men be like, oh, this guy is serious, right? But like, they'll be like, if you're some random girl and show him this video and she doesn't know him, she's like, and this guy's doing all this thing and how he's talking, you think he's a lunatic, right? But when you actually realize it, when you actually realize it, the message is to not to, what's the word? Not to fall in, but not to give in to yourself and to be comfortable. Not to be laxative, not to just be there, just to be a bum, just to move by, but to actually excel on who you are. Like bettering yourself, so in terms of, you know, how you speak to others, how you communicate with others, how you talk to others, how you take care of your body, you know, your goals, your morals, like you have all those things in place in terms of being a man, right? It's like, you just don't grow a pair of balls and get a couple facial hair and think you're a man. Like, there's things that go into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest, right? And that's the message that it's not formed like that, but like when you really think about it, that's how it's kind of formed, right?
Yeah.
And the normal girl or a normal person be like, yo, this guy is crazy. This guy's doing how much this? Like, well, it's not normal. Like, you get what I'm saying? I think he's delusional. So I think that's the best thing to do. Like, be delusional. You hear that, guys? Be delusional. Don't just take everything and just be like, I'll just do that. And do more, man. So what? If someone says, oh, this guy is crazy, so what? At the end of the day, when you're successful and you're doing your thing and you're good, but yeah, I'm crazy, bro. Look over here, man. Don't worry about me, bro. I'm doing me, bro.
So one of the other videos I was using as research is TikTok. Some Filipino girl, right? I'm gonna send you all the videos I watched. I'm gonna put them in the description of the video too when it comes out. But she was talking about how Gen Z uses the word delusion as kind of like a, how do you say it? Okay, I'm not really sure where I was going with that one point, but like she was saying how when we think of the word delusion, like the definition, it's not a good thing. Like someone who lives in a fantasy, that's a mental illness. But the way we use it is different. Like the word has lost its original meaning in a way. Like when we say be delusional, we're not saying like fucking like keep chasing the girl that told you no. We're not saying like do some stupid shit and like try to be like stop moving like Franklin saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like have hope, that type of thing. Because obviously us growing up right now, we're young adults. We live in a society where it's like we probably can't do nothing. We can't buy no crib. Probably not getting married. If we have kids, we're going broke. You know what I mean? But it's like even in the face of all those challenges, be delusional. Why not? Why not still like try for these things?
I think for me, I thought it was like, well, my definition was to just step outside of the boundaries. Like just don't. I'm not saying go and be crazy or just live in your own separate reality, because you have to be in reality, bro. Like, let's be realistic, right? But you don't have to be so like straight as an arrow. Like you could have different like branches. You know, okay, say if you wanna, what's the word? Like, say you want to be a farmer, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you want to do, man. Don't like people that look at you like, what, a farmer? Like, didn't you just graduate? Like, what do you? Like, you're not gonna do it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People look like you're crazy, like you're delusional. But if that's what you want to do, bro, be a little delusional. Do what you gotta do, man. It's not like
really. It's all about perspective. Like the situation is like back in the day. Maybe if we were growing up in like the 70s, 80s, it wouldn't be so delusional for us to think about buying a house. Like that's reality, right?
Reality.
But nowadays, it's like I don't got 100 bands to drop on a down payment.
If you say, yo, I'm gonna buy a house, I'm
like you're crazy. They're gonna look at you like you're crazy.
You rob a bank? like you think like you're in some mad money heist type of thing. And that's insane, because years ago, I'm working a 9-to-5 job, bro. I have a nice crib. I have a family, like 3 or 2. When I'm working a 9-to-5.
I seen this meme, and it was like, motherfuckers used to work that one job. Motherfucker used to work a regular ass job and be able to support 2 families on 2 sides of the country.
Madness, fam.
What happened to that, bro? I was trying to be like that.
That'd be good times, bro.
No cap.
You can't even be in our cribs right now, man. What?
I was trying to come home from work to my family, like kiss my wife, hug my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Can't even be next door, man. Neighbor.
And then one week I'm like, yo, baby, I'm going to my business meeting. I'm on the other side of the country with my next family.
That's him. So I know what.
You ever see that one Family Guy episode?
Which one?
It's like he leaves his family. And
Peter?
Yeah, Peter leaves his family. He's fucking.
Hey,
he goes to the West Coast. He has a whole gay husband.
We got 10 of that. 5 for that. Man, that's the word. That. Boom, bye. I'm joking.
Yeah, people used to be able to do a lot with what we have right now.
Exactly.
We're not even close to what we could do.
Not even, man. Even looking at it, in what do you say, third world countries, bro. People be living life down there.
You think so?
It's a little hard, obviously, and it's different, but if I was to send money back home, whatever, and build a nice house and, make sure I have the funds, whatever, right? I could live a beautiful life down there, fam. I have a fat house, be able to do what I got to do with my land.
I feel like for me, it'd be even worse.
I don't think so for me.
I'd have a good life, obviously, right? But when it comes to the whole creativity thing. Because back home, the emphasis on school is even bigger than it is here. I would say so.
I don't know about that one, you know.
You don't think
I
so?
have to disagree with you on that one stuff. Because, okay, back home I know in school, yeah, school is important, yeah. Because you got to make it, because you have to get this thing in order to get a certain job, whatever, boom, right? But it's not as, I wouldn't say pushed, but like not as critical, I guess. Like you can make it without, you know, going through the schooling. Like I'm telling you, like a lot of people I know, like back home, they don't do anything with school. Like they either drop out or they did graduate or whatever, or made it, or did their, I think they call it like CXC or
But,
something.
like,
I don't
say-
know, get their credits or whatever. But
say like,
it's not that.
were they
critical.
being creative in their other on their other pursuits? Like, just because they didn't go to school, that's fine, right? But were they like using their brain to the full potential, or were they just doing what like their say what their father did and what his grandfather did before him?
Well, that's a good one still.
You know
Because
what I'm
sometimes, yeah, they just fall into like
They just fall
the
into that
family,
same category.
yeah, the family business or whatever, right? Yeah, I hear that still, but yeah, that's true still. You know, it's a good one. Still. But I think there's antidotes to like where people did like do what they wanted to do. Yeah. When you think about it, like
It's different. It's different back home because like, say you're gonna be creative, what can you really do? You know, it's not like you're gonna start a podcast.
yeah, you don't have that much options, I guess.
You know, the most
more
you can
limited.
do, I would say I grew up in the village that my parents are from. The most I could do is like open a shop.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe like a fishing company. But that's not like me being creative. People have done that already. That's a pretty basic thing over there. But what else can I do? Like, over here we have the options to like go into entertainment. That's that's where the creativity really starts, right? Because now we're not really like contributing to society in a really like meaningful way. Other than the fact that we may be like uplifting people, maybe educating people, but that's not really like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a doctor would always like, he's saving lives.
Yeah, he's doing something.
We might be saying like, if we have fans, we might be saving lives, but like at the end of the day, we're not really doing anything. You know what I mean?
Not doing much. Yeah, I heard that stuff. That's
Over
true.
there, that's like a no-go. Like, you think everyone's gonna like? You think you can start a podcast over there? You think you're gonna get paid?
You never know.
You never know, still, but
You never know. Like what? This guy's what? Like, you're doing your thing.
But yeah, back home, I think it is a lot more. It's a lot more. School is a lot more viable option. Just because, like, you know how we were just talking about how over here, like, everyone has a diploma.
I was about to say that school's more like sought after back home stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you could do that, you're in, fam. Like if you could get to the top, yo, you guys get some serious like jobs down there. That's the serious part.
The way I think about it is like
That's expensive.
back home is like
Yeah, look at that too.
it's like it's like a past version of here. You know what I mean? Like if we talk about third world countries,
Yeah, it's like they're not caught up yet.
they're
I
not,
guess.
yeah, exactly. They're not caught up. They're not at the level that we're at right now.
I hope they don't catch up. Yeah.
That's not really a bad thing. It's just like that's the truth of the matter. You know, like over here, I could get a regular diploma, and I can get no job. But over there, that's probably probably actually worth something. Yeah,
It's worth something. You can actually do something with that, and that's how it is. You know. That's how it is. It's like that was good analogy you did still. Like back home is basically just a couple years behind, right? Like how we are right now.
it really depends on where you are, because they could be
See, man, so can you be streaming
tap
soon?
into the streams. No,
Only can on Twitch.
I'm not gonna look as light skinned, but you know,
Oh, you have the cam too?
yeah, I have the
Woo!
camera.
I'm about to serious. I'm about to tune in. Get it, wait, stream it. Let's stuff. Yeah. So you guys get prepared for the TikTok videos. I need you guys to reshare and you guys to like interact, man. Get in the comments, say what you would feel. Like, yo, this guy looking sweet today, whatever, you know. Lock in.
I'm looking sweet today.
And actually lock in with us, man. We're here and we're here to stay. We're back, finally.